Hi there, it's me again. I wanted to talk about two fundamental rules to how I live in this universe. Um, and one is experience never repeats. The second one is experience never stops. And we're going to get into both of them for a bit. Now, a lot of people say experience never repeats. Yeah, right. I live like the same day every day, like it feels like I'm going through the same rigmarole and my mind is just going over the same thoughts. My body's going over the same emotions. But physically, everything is in a natural state of decay. Because of entropy, everything is constantly, even atoms themselves have half-lives, and those half-lives have half-lives. So physically, it's impossible for one moment to be the same as the next. But somehow we have this notion in our head that experience does repeat. And to that I say, experience never repeats, but the images we form on those experiences have the potential to always repeat. So here I am in Houston. Let's say I formed an image of what Houston is to me. It's possible for the human mind to create that image, project it out onto Houston, and then interact with the self-projected image, which makes it difficult and scary because it's possible for you to experience the same day over and over again, or at least the same images you've concluded upon things. So that's why it's best to never conclude on locations around you, the people you interact with, and most importantly, never conclude upon your own soul. So, experience never repeats is the first one. Comment if you want to know more, but I'm going to try to keep these videos short. The second fundamental rule is experience never stops. Now, a lot of people feel that after they die, they go to heaven or hell, or after they die, they reincarnate, or after they die, they just enter into this dark hole and there is no experience after that. But some scientists believe now this might question a lot of people, and this in many ways is a spiritual practice. But there's some scientists that believe that atoms themselves are conscious. The same way a tree is conscious but different from you, or a dog is conscious but different from you. And actually, let me just introduce it with this experiment. There's a certain plant that if you touch it, the leaves collapse. So there's this experiment where, let's say I drop that leaf from right here, about, 5 feet off the ground, and I let it drop, and there's a table right here. I let it drop. As soon as it hits the table, the leaves close in on it themselves. And I do this about 6 to 7 times, and every time it hits the table, the leaves close. But on the 8th time, I remove the table out of the equation and I drop the leaf. and it closes its leaves right where it thought the table would be. So somehow this assemblage of a tree has memory. And I think, sure, the experience might not be as we are now. You know, we have these sensories, we could see, we can hear, we can feel. But once we lose our body, we'll still be able to experience, but it might be in a more simplistic way, it might be in a more complex way. There's no way of telling, but the one thing I do know is that it will not stop. Experience never stops. Thank you for listening.